Jews, word.
Like a Friday night.
What up, Nitro? Ladies, so we live in life. Quan.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. You are tuning into an episode of the Wonder Kid Morning Show live. Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? I'm your host, Nitro. We got some good topics to get into this morning. It's going to be a little shorter morning. We're going to compress everything together, but we're going to make sure that gets out all the news that has to be talked to you guys directly. Let me say good morning to everybody in the chat. All right. First in the building, Zico Kage. Good morning, sir. How are you doing? Wiz your paso. Que pasa? King Blaze, how are you doing, sir? Glad you're here. Abdi, what up? Long time, yes, sir. Ashley Shelton, always a pleasure to have you, madam. Jaire Thomas, yo. Stacy, glad you to have us with us this morning, madam. Thank you. Let's see. Giveth 368, not your long time listener. Good day to you. Hey, thank you for being here. God bless. Hopefully everyone's having a good morning. King Lee, my bro. What up, Broheim? Deion Harris, yo. What up, what up? I see y'all in here, man. I see y'all in here. Newton and Joe Burrow is coming back this regular season. That's been confirmed. We'll see how long that goes for. Zico Kage, my guy. What up? So, guys, look. Before I start off and get into the news, right? Well, this is technically news, but I'm a fair-minded person. I take pride in the things and the news that I give you on this platform. When I'm doing this, I put my name out there. That's why I try so hard to have all the facts, to be, to have extremely, well thought out foresight, so you guys are getting the most honest answers and delivery and news that you can get. But as much times as the Wunderkind has been correct, there's times when I've been wrong. And this is one of those times. Now, guys, I tell you, I'm as transparent as the air you breathe. This came out and it said that Jaire Alexander will be stepping away from football for mental, physical reasons. Now, the point that I had made before, right, was all the people that are leaving are doing well, right? And he better not go over there and show out. Why are the Ravens? He's saying that he's okay. That would mean that the Ravens are lying to us. This proves that the Ravens were not. They were not lying. He wasn't on the field because he probably wasn't mentally prepared or ready or physically capable to get on the field. I'm not saying this absolves everything that they've done, because you see the offensive line, you see Owe shining, you see C.J. Gardner-Johnson shining, you see all the other players shining. But on this specific point, they were correct. And I'm praying that this man gets all the help he needs, because that when you're living your dream and injury robs you of it, it does something to you. Take it from someone that played basketball and injuries robbed me from my dream. You know what I'm saying? It does something to you, because if you no longer can do the things that you are accustomed to doing or be the person, and because you were doing it for so long, it's become a part of you. So it's almost like you feel like you're losing a part of yourself. Pray for that man, please. But I'm the first one to come out. If I'm right, I'm going to let you know I'm right. But if I'm wrong and what I said was wrong, I'm going to come out there and give you guys 1,000% the truth and tell you, as a man, face to face, that I was wrong on this one. prayers go out to Jaire. The Ravens were correct on this. And, hopefully everything works out for him. He can continue his career and keep, continuing to live out his dream. But yeah, I wanted to make sure I brought that to you guys' attention first and foremost, because as much as I ramble on and I say I'm correct, I'm not perfect and I will be wrong. And that's one thing I always wanted to tell you guys with this platform that I try to give you guys. I try to give you guys transparency that if I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll never run from me being wrong. And I'll always address when I am wrong. And I will tell you guys exactly when I'm wrong. The same way I will be, I'm right. The same way I'm going to give you that news if I am wrong. So I'm just trying to make sure that you guys understand that this is trust. This is trust. And I'm reiterating all of this also because we're almost at 1,000 subs on a new channel in a couple months. Think about this, guys. This channel has not been up for 7 or 8 months. And we're almost monetized on a secondary channel for morning, news and all that type of stuff like that. We're 4 away from being monetized. But I want to make sure that you guys understand that I take your guys' trust seriously. I don't play with it. You guys trust me, and this is what you get. Unfiltered truth. Regardless if it makes me look great or if it makes me look bad. And there might be some people that be like, "That's you were wrong about this." And I got to eat that because I was wrong about it. And that goes out to be more fair, to harp on everything. Because I said, look, y'all are lying. Because if he comes out and says this, then y'all had to be lying. But this is proving that they weren't lying. He just wasn't able to go. Apologies go out to them. Real talk. Kush with a $10 donation. Yes! Good morning, everyone. Prayers to Jaire Alexander. I hope whatever he is going through physically, mentally, and emotionally, he gets over those obstacles. Kush, I couldn't have said it better. Shout outs to you. Best Nation donation. Thank you so much for the first donation of the day, especially being a big old $10. Shout out to you, Kush. Shout out to you. Zico Kage, that's the one thing, man. Yes. Hey, and Ashley Shelton, yes. Mental health does matter. It really does. And sometimes people suffer in silence, but I always want to make sure that you guys are getting the unfiltered truth from me. And I know some of y'all, when I would have brought it up, be like, wow, that came out. No. Nitro addressed it first. I'm not going to let y'all be like, Nitro, what about this? No. If I'm wrong about it, I'm going to address it first. Respect to all of you guys and love. All right? Zico guy, yes, sir. Nitro, respect and salute to you. Now, salute to all of you guys. Yeah. And Abdi, you sure as heck they're not correct about the O-line. Jared Thomas said, Nitro, Nick Wright said he blames the Ted teams who didn't have the Naz to vote ban. You know why Nick is mad? Let me tell you why Nick is really mad. Not only did that team beat him, he was talking off that his team is able to stop the tush push. He went out on a limb and said that. And now, seeing his team could not thwart it, stop it, slow it down in any shape, way, form, or fashion, right? Now, that same team might be able to win multiple Super Bowls built on that move, which stops his quarterback from winning Super Bowls, and his quarterback most likely will keep running into that team trying to win a Super Bowl. Get where I'm coming from? It's not a good place to be. Real talk. Hey, shout out to everyone that just joined Aya Horse. I see you, man. What up, what up? Heather McCubbins, always a blessing to have you. Thank you for being here. I be saying, what up, what up, what up? What up? So, guys, I wanted to leave this up there. I'm going to close it out now. Yes, if you're just coming in here, Jaire Alexander is stepping away from football. I already gave my my take on this. I said I was wrong. I called out the team, and I said, he came out and said he was fine. That means that they're lying. This proves that the Ravens were not lying. And I told y'all this already. And for the people that just came in, real quick, I'll reiterate it. If I am wrong, I will happily tell you, look you straight in the face with my 2 God-given eyes and tell you that I'm wrong. I'll tell you I'm wrong. I'm going to be right a lot. I'm going to be right a lot. But when I'm wrong, I will tell you guys I am wrong. So I want to make sure everybody knew that news. I'm not hiding from it. I said that about the team. I was wrong. Jaire Alexander is stepping away because of his mental and physical incapability of playing football and contemplating on retirement. Hopefully he gets the mental help and support from his family and friends to get through this tumultuous time of his career. Because once again, this is their dreams. Everybody says, oh, it's no big deal. You know what I'm saying? It is a big deal. When you do something all of your life and then you're no longer able to do it no more, it hits differently. You lose a part of yourself. So, prayers go out to Jaire, real talk. All right, guys. So moving on from that topic, right? I want y'all to look at this real quick, right? Where's all the people that said this man should have been a wide receiver? Where are you? Where are you? It's like, yo, you know what's crazy about this? Aya Horse, it sounds fishy to me. His dad was advocating for his health, saying he's 100%. He said he felt great last week. Now this. That's what I said, Aya Horse. But now he's contemplating, through his words that were reported on, retirement. So if I'm wrong, got to tell you guys I'm wrong. Because that says I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm wrong, I'll address it. I'm not going to sit up here like I'm perfect. I'm not going to call everything perfect. You know what I'm saying? And that's just showing you, that's the pride of this channel. I tell you, I take that very seriously. But the people that called out, pivoting on that, the people that called this man a wide receiver, running back, where's their apologies? Where's their pride in their craft? You see what I'm saying? Where are those people that come out and be like, because mind you, we're not just talking about, oh, he looks good and when he's running the ball and he's flash, he's energetic. No, he's having historical level of success at every level of the NFL as a winner and as a passer. The only thing this man doesn't have is a Super Bowl. The only AFC Championship game, he's been there. The only thing he does not have is a Super Bowl. That's the only thing he does not have. Multiple-time MVP, should have been a 3-time MVP. If he ends this year on a heater and Jonathan Taylor falls off a little bit, he can end up with a 3rd MVP. He is the 4th winningest quarterback in his first 100 starts in NFL history. Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, and Roger Staubach are the only guys ahead of him. Mind you, if we didn't start off this year as bad as we did, he would be only 2nd to Mahomes. But we started off this year kind of bad. Think about all those games that the team straight up sold. Straight up said, I'm not catching the ball today. Last game they were doing that. We had like 6 drops last game. Straight in their hands, not catching it. Mark dropped balls. Isaiah Likely dropped balls. Bateman dropped balls. Zay Flowers dropped balls. Derrick Henry dropped balls. There was like 6 or 7 drops in that game. Thank God we won it. Could you imagine what that would look like if the teammates came out? You remember some of the games that Hollywood Brown had where he dropping 2-3 touchdowns in it? How many games did the offensive line say, I just don't get it? How many games did the defense said, I'm not with it? How many games did the coach said, I didn't plan it? And we would just lose. If Lamar Jackson gets a yellow jacket, do you think Bill is going to be around? If Lamar gets a yellow jacket, Bill Polian should be the one to walk it up and put it on his shoulders. That's the ultimate sign of respect and the biggest sign of an apology that you can give him. That you're the man. And he just said too, I was one of the people that started that I did not believe that you could be a quarterback, have any success. And my God, you not only shut me up, you shut up the sports world. You've earned this. You deserve this. I'm sorry. Congratulations to you and your hard work. God bless. And put that gold jacket on his shoulders. I hope I'm there for it. Yo, real talk. But this goes to show you, and the other day that I had showed this up, hey, coach, what up? That's my guy. Sip the Tally's in here. Yo, much love. Show, guys, if you ever have a chance, go check out the Sip the Tally films. He does a lot of the breakdowns and stuff like that. And he was doing more lives with Jose and others. I'm liking it, Coach. I'm liking it. Jokes, fun, everything. I like it. I really do. Shout out to you, man. But I just kind of feel like that the people never give or say apologize when they're wrong. This is crazy. Look at the names on this list. Real, what did Moggs say? I see Moggs. Everyone's saying Moggs. What did Moggs say? What's it called? Nigel Lamar Jackson is on the list with Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady. All-time talented Josh Allen is even there. Very impressive. I'm a Josh Allen stan. Facts, Jared Thomas. And you have one of the best quarterbacks in the league. We know that. What did Moggs say that everyone keeps saying Moggs? Max B is free, but they still got tours in that jam with the vault. Hey, yo, y'all gotta let me know what happened on the vault, bro. Real talk. I keep hearing people saying something happened with the vault. Some people don't want to go over there no more. What happened? Y'all gotta let me know in the chat what happened, or send it to me on Twitter. What happened on the vault? My gosh. Keep me in the loop. I need to know, because I stay to myself, so I don't be knowing what be going on a lot of times. Real talk. Scuba Steve, morning. So, that definitely came out. But there's something else that we want to review, and that's this. Guys, this is the most important part we're touching on this morning, right? This is the most important part. Now, at the beginning, Coach, you were there when I said it. I did not want to punt on this season. I gave you a specific reason why I did not want to punt on this season. And the specific reason I said, because this is one of the weirdest seasons I've ever seen. We are watching teams that are perennial Super Bowl level teams fall by the wayside, while lower teams who were used to being extremely bad or mid at best are ascending at an extremely fast rate, i.e. Broncos, Patriots, Chargers. There is a strong chance this year that the Chiefs might not even make the playoffs. I keep bringing this up time and time out. Right now, this is the AfC playoff picture. I want you guys to get a good look at this. The Bills are 6-3. Chargers are 7-3. They're wild cards. Jaguars are 5-4, meaning they have the same record as the Chiefs. The Ravens are 4-5, but they're one game out of the North title, which one team's only going to come out of the North this year. Only one, because the other teams are winning so many games. If the Steelers, Jaguars, and Chiefs are tied right now, and you can't write off the Texans, right? They're all tied right now in wins. If the Ravens could usurp the Steelers would then become a wild card team. If the Chiefs, which they have one of the hardest schedules in the league, lose any more than 3 or 4 of those games, they're missing the playoffs. You understand that? The Bills right now are even sliding. There is a good chance, solid chance that Patrick Mahomes might not make the playoffs. And the Bills will be a wild card. So if they go against anybody, it will probably be us. And we would have to get them back in Baltimore. Guys, this is big. And a lot of people are not bringing this up. This is why I've said what I said. Jaire Thomas with a $2 donation. Yes! Emmanuel Acho and Shady said Lamar has no excuses. Josh has no excuses. Trevor Lawrence has no excuses. Justin Herbert has no excuses. We've watched Lamar with a horrendously bad offensive line and terrible defense. Bad coaching. And now you're saying he doesn't have no excuse. Yeah, all right. We know why y'all bring up his name. Only for views and clicks. That's as much. So much hate for the vault is wild work. So you know what I'm saying, guys? I look at this and I look at this year and I say anything is possible. Now, I know some people will say that's a coward way of thinking. No, it's not. That's a winning, regardless of what's going around you, attitude. That's what that is. Mentality. You understand where I'm coming from? Because here's the thing. The year when the Bengals made it to the playoffs, right? And the next, or the year they made it to the Super Bowl, wasn't Lamar Jackson hurt? Wasn't the Ravens injury prone? Did anybody say anything about them being hurt? Or that being the reason why Joe Burrow was able to win the AfC North? No, till now, they propped that man up on a pedestal, on their shoulders, saying he made it to a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So, this man said they showed their true colors. You know what I'm saying? Guys, I want you to take this time and think about this real quick. The media will hold it against us, yes, but a win or a Super Bowl run, regardless of who is there, we're playing who's in front of us. If this is the year Kansas City didn't make to the playoffs, that's not our fault. We started off 1-5, made it to the playoffs. What's their excuse? Our D tackle might not play football again. What's their excuse? Our big name free agent defensive player that we signed during the offseason might not play football again. What's their excuse? Our quarterback got hurt. What's their excuse? Our coach is a dooflappe. What's their excuse? This is what I told y'all before. A lot of these teams, the Bills, even the Chiefs, they've had an easy run at going to the playoffs year in and year out because their respective divisions have been subpar. This is the first year that they're getting pushback from their divisions, and both of them are having trouble with it. Both of them. Not one, both. We've watched the Ravens being in the division where the Steelers got 11 wins. The Bengals got 10 wins, or the Browns got 11 wins. Y'all acting like that hasn't happened. Remember the one year? Us, the Steelers and the Browns all made the playoffs. We had 3 teams come out of the AfC North. And the Bengals missed it by like a game. Like, come on now, bro. Like, real talk. Was that the Snoop fumble? The Snoop fumble was when we played the Bengals in the playoffs. Yeah, that was a Snoop fumble game on the goal line with them taking the ball out of J.K. Dobbins' hands. I know you remember that, coach. I know you remember that. So this is why I'm trying to tell y'all, man, I'm not done with this season at all. This is one of the biggest. What would you guys say? The 1 year we start off 1-5, lose our defensive tackle, maybe God forbid for the rest of his career. Our off-season prize acquisition gone to the wind. Our O-line's trash. Our QB gets hurt, and that's the year that somehow we make it to the Super Bowl. Can't make this stuff up. What would you guys say? Jaire Thomas with a $2 donation. Yes, Nick said Casey has context if they miss the playoffs. Yeah, the context is the Chargers in Denver aren't letting you just power walk up and down the division like you're used to doing. This is what I said even with the Patriots. Usual teams that win like that, they don't have to try that hard. And I know some people, I know it's any given Sunday, but their division usually is extremely weak. The Patriots, during their era of dominance, their division was extremely weak. The Bills at that time were giving them any problems. Miami wasn't giving them any problems, or anybody that. And the Jets were the Jets. Come on now, bro. Like they were just walking up and down the division, walking up and down it. So that's where I was at with this. So, in the same thing with the Chiefs. Chargers were trash. Denver was trash. I don't even got to bring up the Raiders. Mike, think about it. Think about it. I just seen JK mad about not being able to help his team the other day. I've allowed JK gonna say how you feel every time. Facts. JK gonna speak his mind. After what's happened to him with Baltimore, he gonna speak his mind every time. Closed mouth don't get fed. Never forget that. A closed mouth does not get fed. How you doing, Heather McCummins? Glad you're here. You know what I'm saying? Delavo, what up? So you know what I'm saying? So hopefully we get everything lined up so we can get this stuff going and get it done out of the way. Guys, like I said, we're on the precipice of doing the impossible. 1-5. And yo, shout outs to Tyler Huntley too. Because if Tyler Huntley didn't take over and play that game that Lamar couldn't play, we would have been done. That would have been the end of our season right there. Because even now, if we lose one game, we can at least go 11-6, right? Still a really good record. If we would have lost that game, the best we would have done would have been 11-6, and most likely we would win like 10-7, maybe. Like right now, if we win out, we're 12-5. There's a good chance the Ravens could win out. Coach said, close the mouth. Yo, Wunderkind, would you rather play Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur? Dylan Gabriel! Give me the midget. He looked just like the mascot. He looked like a Keebler elf. You want a cookie? You want a biscuit? Shortbread? Like, give me Dylan all day. Dylan! What do you think I want? I don't want no Shedeur. Shedeur, let me tell you this right now. When Shedeur starts, he's going to galvanize that team. Because he has the charisma and cachet to do stuff. Certain people aren't built the same. Some guys, and I know, and if you've ever played sports, some guys have charismatic leadership abilities. They just walk out and you be like, all right, we got our guy, let's go. Right? Dylan don't got that. Bro, listen, I actually went back and watched all of his snaps. When I'm telling you, this man dirtballed like 4 passes. I mean, straight up like, there's like, boom, right into the dirt. Like he couldn't even make the ball 10 yards down the field. It was embarrassing. Embarrassing. I was like, bro, this is bad. So bring him over here. I need my defensive guys to get their stats. I tell you, as much as I'm mad at my defense, I want all them guys to get paid. And let me tell you right now, them interceptions, those sacks, those forced fumbles, all of those are extra zeros on that paycheck. Go get your money. Jared Thomas with a $2 donation. Yes, Shady said Allen can't throw to or block for himself. Yo, listen, just to let you know, he has one of the best blocking lines in the run blocking and pass blocking in the entire league. Top 5. They already put out the list. You can see it. The Ravens have one of the worst, while Lamar is leading the league in QBR and passer rating. It's nasty work. And oh yeah, his running back is second in the league in yards. Second. So yeah, Shady, his point sounds a little shady. But thank you for that, bro. Best Nation donation. Dylan throws underhanded, bro. It's bad how bad he is, bro. I don't want Shedeur. Give me Dylan. I want you to understand this, bro. I want the path of least resistance. All that, no, I want to go against everybody. No. If we got to do that, fine. But why am I going to pick the road that is more hard and less traveled when this is an easier road? Give me Dylan. Dylan threw one to Njoku and almost hit the back judge. Never trust a man named Shady. You can't trust anything they say. Facts. I'm dead serious with you, man. I'll take 2 guards early Christmas gift to get me something. Listen, man, I wish we could, man. Trade deadline done. That's gone. Ship is sailed. my God. Boo, we don't want easy. Speak for yourself. Like, people, like, that's my problem with Harbaugh. If Harbaugh changes out the guards, right? If EDC and Harbaugh came to the conclusion that, oh my God, the guards need to be switched out, changed out our guards, right? All right, we're going to have new guards. The offense would be on easy mode. They'd be on easy mode. At minimum, our offensive line would be middle of the pack. At the minimum. What would you say? How dynamic would this offense look like? Our offensive pieces would look like if Lamar had the time in the pocket that Patrick gets, that Lawrence gets, that Josh gets, that Drake May gets. That's one of the reasons why Drake May's having so much success. His offensive line is dogs. And that's being real. Real. Producer, what up? Kush, Shady, and Nacho don't really rock with each other since the Fox incident. Well, they're on every night together. Pause. The Browns mascot is Dylan Gabriel. If he loses his job next year, just put on the elf thing and just running around the stadium. It'll be good money. You know what I'm saying? Pay him. He'll be in all the Browns commercials. You know what I'm saying? Throwing the ball, running around with an elf hat on. He'll still be with the team. Some of them dudes, listen, some of the mascots make mad money, bro. Have y'all seen what the mascots make? Bro. Yeah, that got me, bro. Like, I don't know what happened, and it came out, and I was like, how much? I was like, there's no way, bro. Like, no way. Bro, look, the mountain lion for Denver, he makes $625,000 annually. Yeah. Them college ones be getting paid too. You're thinking, oh, they don't make money. Them college mascots make money. So he can go be that and be just fine, bro. Go be a mascot. Everyone's like, oh, I'm making fun of you. You're a mascot. I make more than you. And I know all the players. And the cheerleaders love me. Like, bro, that junk is crazy. The Denver one makes $625,000 a year. The mascot for the Denver Nuggets makes $625,000 a year. Annually. Which is crazy. Because he gets tickets and all that type of stuff. And he only has to be there half the time. Because remember, half the games are home. The other half, he's not there. Like, that's crazy. For 41 games, when he has to be there. So he's getting paid more than $500,000 for 41 games worth of running around a stadium messing with the crowd. Sign me up. Let me know. Coach said, what do you think of the Cam and Gilly back and forth? Listen, both of them, honestly, I'm more on Cam's side. And here's the thing. I get what as a fan, what Gilly is saying, but the disrespect that Cam Newton gets is ridiculous. I said this before, Coach, and I'm honest with it. When people, because Cam dresses really just loud, he gets a lot of hate thrown his way, and him not jumping on the football and winning a Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying? He gets a lot of hate. We're talking about an NCAA champion and Heisman, he went to a Super Bowl, best record in the league, offensive player of the year, MVP player at quarterback on a team that never really gave him weapons. So that's why I side more with Cam on it. I'm just being honest. You know, I just, the type of disrespect he get me is crazy to me. Like, people be really talking like any which way to Cam Newton, like he's not Cam Newton. Like, super Cam. Like, him. Like, bro, that don't be, it's mind-boggling. It's the same thing that I say, like, people, you know, when guys finally on the downturn of their career, one thing with social media is they'll make sure to disrespect the heck out of you. You're no longer good no more. It's like, bro, talking about one of the greatest players in NFL history ever. Like, what are we doing here? We're not even talking about someone that was big, it was on the bench. We're talking about one of the greatest players to ever play. And he was one of the greatest college players to ever play college. Like, yo, the disrespect is nasty. Cam won the natty with regular smegular facts. Like, people forget that. Jared Thomas, you said Nitro. Gilly said that Cam Newton was never a winning player. Yeah, he's out of his mind. If you remember the Panthers, they were, outside of Greg Olsen, and Greg Olsen wasn't even one of the top. I mean, he was a good tight end, but he wasn't like top 5. He was a good tight end. Like, what else did he really have? Like, come on now, bruh. Come on now, man. Like, stop. Like, people just be with the, and I know later on he had got, what's his name? The running back, McCaffrey. But once again, like I said, him and McCaffrey, I already know C-Mac Mr. 4.2. I already know. But that was later. Much later. Ted, bro, when people tell me Ted Ginn, I be like, Ted Ginn is an okay player, bro. He should not be your number one target. And that blows me, right? Because I want you to understand. Look right now at the Bengals. Look at the weapons that Joe Burrow has had at his disposal. Steve Smith, he only had Steve Smith for 2 seasons. That is it. It's nasty. Joe Flacco looks better than he looked in his prime on the Bengals right now. Why is Joe Burrow, I said this yesterday, why is Joe Burrow rushing back for anything? The Bengals offense isn't the problem. The Bengals offense is playing better with Joe Flacco under center. The offensive line is blocking better on pass pro and run. The run game that they say is non-existent has been leaps and bounds better with Joe Flacco underneath center. And guess what? All of the receivers are doing exactly what they were doing when Mr. Joe Burrow was under center. So you tell me, what's he rushing back? You know why he's rushing back? He's rushing back because he's hearing all of us saying, hey, yo, how is this man, Flacco, Mr. Old, his name is Old Acco, you know what I'm saying, doing what you were doing? Maybe we should trade you. Maybe you're not the guy that we thought you were. And Joe Flacco, for all, his advanced age, is nowhere near as hurt as you. And he's behind the same offensive line as you. If you've noticed, Joe Burrow never goes under center. He stays in shotgun. That man, Joe Flacco, they use the entire play script. They can go under center. They run boots. They do everything. That man, Joe Burrow, says, I'm staying in shotgun. Hike. That's all he do. That's all he do. Let's call it spade a spade. Get me mad up in here, bro. Burrow coming Thanksgiving. Let him come. Pause. Exactly. He knows that it's looking bad on him. Listen, it's very rare you see a team do better offensively or at the same level offensively that you do when you're not in the game. Both of his backups went in there and gave the same exact, production that he was giving. That's how elite his weapons are. So when people be talking about Cam Newton and them, I'd be like, come on now, bro, stop. Like, a lot of these other quarterbacks are Hall of Fame players as or who they're throwing to. Multiple time All-Pros. It's not the same thing. Ted Ginn was never a Pro Bowl wide receiver, or maybe he might have made it 1 year, but he's never an all-pro wide receiver. Like, come on now, bro. Brady's played with multiple all-pro wide receivers and tight ends. Same thing with Peyton Manning. Same thing with Drew Brees. Same thing with Brett Favre. Same thing with Aaron Rodgers. Patrick Mahomes. Josh Allen. Joe is actually putting up better stats than Burrow's last year's stats. Yup. Oh my gosh, man. I'm telling y'all, man, it's crazy, bro. Crazy. I'm telling y'all, man, I'll never understand, how, and mind you, I don't hate the guy. I don't. I think he's a talented guy, but it's like his refusal of doing certain things on offense has actually made his line even worse than what it is. I told everybody this before. If you switched the line for the Bengals and the Ravens, I promise you, Joe Burrow would get killed every single game behind that line because they cannot pass pro. They can't. They cannot. And Lamar, because of his running, you got to understand this too. Because he's a threat to run, they can't pass rush how they would normally pass rush, which helps out the quarterback. So it makes his line look even better than what it really is. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Look how bad the O-line is, even with the threat of Lamar being a weapon. That's crazy to me, bro. Nightmare Kilo with a $2 donation. Yes! Nitro predict the AFC playoff picture. Oh man. I'm gonna say this, okay? Let's go back to shout out to you, Nightmare Kilo, $2 donation, best station donation. Thank you so much for supporting the show. Let's get into this real quick. We're going to end on this, right? Because my kid has an early dismissal. All right, let's go to this real quick so I can see the teams. Real quick. All right, here we go. All right, so we got the Colts, the Broncos, Patriots. We're going to be in the North, okay? I don't think nothing's going to change with those guys. The Patriots have 2 games over the Bills, and they've already beat the Bills once. If the Patriots beat the Bills another time, for the second time of the year, there's no way the Bills can overtake the Patriots. There's no way. The Chargers are keeping right behind the Broncos. That could switch. So I don't know with that one, but I think both of them make the playoffs. I think 2 teams come out of the West. I think, 2 teams come out of the East. 1 comes out of the North. And then, 2 come out of the South. That's why I'm looking at this. I'll be very surprised if 2 come out of the North. I'll be very surprised. And if I'm picking, I've got the Colts, Broncos, Patriots, Ravens, Chargers, Bills, Texans. That's my AFC playoff picture. I don't got the Chiefs making the playoffs. I don't. I said it at the beginning of this year. I said, there's a strong chance, they're going to have big problems this year because this is going to be the first year that they actually have, they're going to have problems in their division. We're going to get to see how they deal with that. We're going to see all the excuses if those 2 teams start winning more games than they do. Like, I want you to understand that they're 3 games behind Denver, and they're 2 games behind the Chargers. They're not winning unless there's some catastrophic injury, God forbid. They're not winning the division. And if 2 teams come out of there, it's going to be hard pressed for them to make it out of it and win and be the 3rd. Hard pressed. Exactly God's favorite. Texans getting high right now. People told me I was crazy too. Even if the Chiefs squeak in, man, I don't know how they squeak in because they have hold on, let's go to the Chiefs record schedule real quick. Let's go look at it real quick, right? We know that the league wants to help the Chiefs, right? But let's look at this realistically. The Chiefs' next game is versus the Broncos, right? Then the Colts, Cowboys, Texans, Chargers, Titans, Broncos, Raiders. The only two gimmies they got in that is two. That's the Titans and the Raiders. Those are the only two gimme games they got. Do I believe they beat the Texans? Yes. I believe they beat the Texans. But the Chargers can beat them. They go against the Broncos twice. So let's say they split with the Broncos. Let's say they win one and Denver wins one, right? Okay, that's one win right now. So let's say the Broncos, let's say the Chiefs lose this game right here, right? Let's say this Sunday, right? Say they lose that one. Colts, that's a throw up. I don't know who's going to win that game, but I'm picking Colts. So that, you know what I'm saying, that's 0-2. Cowboys, they should win. That's 1-2. Texans, they should win 2-2. Chargers, they can lose 2-3. Chiefs versus Titans, 3-3. Broncos, 4-3. 5-3. So that's the best I can see them finishing. That means the best that they can finish right now is 10-7. Y'all not understanding that, guys. Look what I just said. Look what I just said. If they win 5 out of these 8 games, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 out of those 8, they go 5-3. They're 10-7. Like, real talk. Strong chance they don't make the playoffs. Because guess what? The Steelers can end 10-7. And then it goes down to who had a better record in their division. Or did you play against them and win? Did the Chiefs play the Steelers? Let me check. No, they didn't. They did not. So if the Chargers already beat them. So if the Chargers sweep them, right? Now you got to worry about the Broncos. What the Broncos might do to them, bro. That's crazy, bro. Crazy. There's a strong chance they might not make the playoffs, bro. Strong chance. But those are my picks. I'm looking at Nitro right now, the way Tom was looking at Cleveland for trading Flacco to Cincy. Listen, I already told y'all, if Cincinnati wants to be and reclaim to be a true Super Bowl team, trade Joe Burrow. He's hurt. He's expensive. But he's still going to garner 3 or 4 first round. I said this yesterday. 3 or 4 firsts. That means they'll be double dipping in the first round every year for like 3 or 4 years. On top of getting rid of his salary. Meaning now they have more cap flexibility. Yeah. That'll be their best. And then the offense is still going to be great because you have all those weapons. Now you can bring in big defensive players. You can even strengthen. Maybe you got one extra guy on the offensive line. Like, there's a lot of pieces. If you're double dipping in the first round for 3-4 years, you can rebuild your entire team. But they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. But I'm telling you, if you want to rebuild your team, that's how the Cincinnati got to do it. That's how Mark said, hashtag keep Burrow. Oh! Yo, man said, nah, don't listen to Nitro, nah. If they did what I said to do and they became a problem, y'all be like, Nitro, you talk too much. Oh. Boss is like, bro, this man said, Nitro, you've been right enough. I don't need you to be right about that. Oh my God, bro. And to tell you the truth, another reason why they could sign Flacco for another 2-3 seasons you know what I'm saying? He's going to be happy pretty much whatever they give him. Extend him, and then with all those first-round picks, because think about it. That in a 3 or 4 year span, if you get 4 first-round picks for Joe Burrow, that is 8 first-round picks in 4 years that your team would garner. That means you can also pick your next quarterback in the next, because you'll have enough ammo to do it. I'm dead serious. I would trade him. I would trade him immediately. If I was the GM, Ravens would hate me, bro. Because I'm dead. I'd make the industry very interesting. And I'd make sure he's going over to the NFC. Yeah. I make sure he's over there in the NFC. I don't even need him in the AFC. Go over there to the NFC. If we see each other, we'll see each other in the Super Bowl. Real talk. This man said Nitro snitching. Nah. I really hope the Chiefs don't make. Pray to God. I'm tired of that team. Bro, listen, like I said before, I don't see how they make it unless the Steelers just drop off a cliff. Mind you, the Texans would have to drop off a cliff. Because mind you, just like I showed y'all here, they're all tied. I want y'all to see something real quick. They're all tied. The Texans are 4-5, right? And you got to worry about the Jaguars. So the Chiefs are 5-4, Jaguars are 5-4, Steelers are 5-4. Those are 3 teams. 3 different teams with the same record as you. And you're in the hunt right now. You're not even in the playoff hunt. The only team that can theoretically make it right now without a problem should be the Ravens, because they have a much easier schedule and they can beat the Steelers twice. And they're only 1 game behind them. The Chiefs' only way of making the playoffs is the wild card. While our only way to do it is winning our division, but our division right now is weak. Or weaker. Come on now, bro. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Man. But guys, that's an episode of the Wonder Kid Morning. Thank you guys for watching, being here, supporting, loving, everything else, guys. Thank y'all so much. I can't ever thank, you guys any more than I already have. We're 4 away from becoming 1,000 channel. That means fully monetized as a channel. If you have not already liked, subscribe to that notification bell, please do it. Support the channel, please. Let's keep this thing moving. Let's keep this thing growing. We're building something over here, and I'm going to keep it growing as best and as honest as possible, guys. Right? I really do got to go, though. But I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow earlier. And y'all have a great day. Peace. And I'm out of here, guys. Yeah.
Finish him, Daddy.